Hello Aries, my name is Agatha and this is the tarot reading for the month of July 2017. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. The way that I work is by writing. I don't know if I should do it differently, maybe. But right now it's writing. And I'm going to use for you the Spiral Tarot. And for the Animal Spirit as an advice, I'm going to use the Animal Spirits Knowledge cards by Susan Seddon Goulet. So how is this going to work? So it's an interactive tarot reading, and you can either pick option 1, option 2, or option 3, or you can pick. If you have the Sun in Aries, you can pick option 1. If you have the Moon in Aries, you can pick option 2. If you have the rising sign in Aries, you can pick option 3. So it's totally up to you. We're going to start, it's going to be beginning, middle, and end of the month. And we're going to start with the Animal Spirits advice. So what is the Animal Spirit characteristics that you should incorporate into your life in July 2017? Pick A or B. A or B. Have you picked? Okay, so if you picked A, the card that came out for you, was Insect. And the symbology is feminine power, spirituality, and renewal. Insects are the most plentiful of beasts, and there are more than 800,000 species. Their ability to metamorphose and fly has led to frequent symbolic associations with the spirit world and spiritual renewal. The praying mantis has long been associated with feminine power, as the female is larger and stronger than the male. So you should incorporate I apologize. You should incorporate characteristics connected with renewal, with feminine power, also spirituality, if you picked A. If you picked B, the card that came out for you was Cat. And what is the message for you? So the symbology is independence, magic, and abundance. The cat is well known for its independent character. In the Egyptian hierarchy of beasts, it was a supreme being, the cat. Amazing. The divine mother of all cats was the goddess Bast, an earth mother and deity of life and abundance. The Greeks associated cats with the goddess Artemis, the huntress and virgin goddess of the moon. The Roman version of Artemis was Diana, who was known for witchcraft. So you should incorporate things connected with independence, with abundance, with magic, maybe hunting, hunting for whatever you want, if you picked the option B. Now, let's start with the first option, or the Sun in Aries. First option, or the Sun in Aries. How will the month of July 2017 will be for you, Aries? Okay, if you picked option 1, or if you have the Sun in Aries, the cards that came out for you were the Three of Wands in the beginning of the month, in the middle of the month, the King of Cups, at the end of the month, the Empress. So, in the beginning of the month, you have the Three of Wands, so there's some sort of success that's arriving into your life. You've invested in something in the past, Aries, Sun in Aries, or if you picked the first option, option 1, you've invested something in your life in the past, and right now, in the beginning of July 2017, you're getting the results of your investment. So you're getting something back. There's some sort of success coming into your life. It could be on a personal level, or it could be in a professional level. Another way of reading this, it's like you might have like a job offering, which would imply you traveling through water, and this could be with a plane that goes across water, or boat. So it could be that. In the middle of the month, you have the King of Cups. The King of Cups, traditionally, the way that I read the King of Cups, this is a bit different in this tarot deck. In the Spiral Tarot, this King is a bit different. The way that I usually read the King of Cups is as representative of a male. I know this is a very general reading, but I'm going to read this guy as a male. Okay, it could be a woman as well. So it's a guy who is really emotionally mature, so he can control his own emotions. He is present for others on a very affectionate sort of way. So he's there to give you comfort, to give you love. But at the same time, this guy does not drown in his own emotion, in the emotions of others. So he can contain his emotions. He can kind of build a wall, where the emotions of others and the feelings of others doesn't overflow over that wall and contaminate his way of feeling. So he knows very well what are his emotions and his feelings and what are the emotions of others. And at the same time, while doing this, he is still capable of giving comfort and giving love and giving good counsel to those who need it. So he's there, he's present. This could be also an authority figure in your life, could be a father figure in your life, could be a boss, a really good boss, could be father, could be husband, could be grandfather, could be older brother. So this guy is always present. You know you can always count on this guy. He's always there, and he will always give you love. This is how I traditionally read this card. In this deck, he's associated with Scorpio. Do you see the necklace? That's the Scorpio symbol on his necklace. And this guy could be a bit mysterious, secretive. He doesn't tell you how he feels, what he's feeling. He hides his feelings, and in a not so positive way, he can be manipulative, and he can manipulate others because he has the ability to feel what others feel. Doesn't drown in what other people feel. Doesn't allow the feelings of others to go inside of him, I would say, because he can keep them away from what he feels. Pisces doesn't have like that ability. Sometimes it depends, of course. But Pisces kind of takes on the feelings of others. But Scorpio, can really defend himself from other people's feelings. And at the same time, Scorpio has the ability to sense and intuit what others think and feel. So, in a negative way, this guy can totally see right through you and can totally, use it to manipulate you. So this guy could take on this type of characteristics, and I really hope that he doesn't. But he can be very secretive about how he feels. This is not necessarily a bad thing, okay? So let's say that you need some type of comfort, and he might be inside really feeling for you, but he would hide the way he feels. So I'm thinking, for instance, there's another card that tells me that whatever success you have, let's say it's you wanted to be pregnant, or you wanted your wife or partner to be pregnant, this guy could be the doctor. And he's very good, he's very competent, okay? And he kind of hides his feelings, but he gives very good counsel and very good work. If you're trying to get pregnant, you have the best help, the most competent doctor. And at the same time, either he feels, how do I say, he intuits, he's very intuitive about the way that you feel, and he can provide for you, can provide comfort without, he provides comfort, but at the same time you have the feeling that he's being very cold, but deep down inside he's not. He just kind of hides his feelings. So on the other hand, if you have some sort of success in your professional life, in the middle of the month, you might have a new boss. And this new boss is very mysterious, very secretive. Doesn't really tell you how he feels, and you can't, you kind of feel because Aries is very upfront and honest about what they think and feel. They're very upfront. It's extreme honesty. And if you come across a guy who's a Scorpio, so this, it's kind of, you don't know how to handle this guy. So this could be a new boss, because you have this tremendous success and now you have a new boss. Or it could be the same boss, or on an authority figure in your life. It could be like father, grandfather, older brother, even husband. It could be your husband. And you have this tremendous success, and this person is kind of hiding how he feels. So it could be in a negative way and a positive way. So he might be denying you in a negative way. He might be denying you the type of success, the type of congratulations that you would expect. So he might be denying you affection, and because he might be afraid. But I don't read it. It's a possibility, but I don't read it like that. Or it could be like a boss is really worried because you have this tremendous success, and this boss is really kind of, now what if she wants to leave the company, or he wants to leave the company. Or you could have, a new boss that really gives you it's going to, with whom you're going to work with, and this person is secretive but not manipulative. Or it could be that you have this tremendous success and an authority figure in your life, a male authority figure in your life, husband, father, grandfather, older brother, gives you good advice, gives you good counsel. Kind of share secrets with you and how you should behave from now on. Because at the end of the month you have the Empress, and this is a tremendous card. This is again saying that if you're pregnant, there's a confirmation at the end of the month, either that you are pregnant, or your spouse or partner is pregnant, or if it's anything to do with your professional life, there's tremendous abundance and success. So in prosperity, so money is coming in. Success is coming in, and victory is coming in, and you're really feeling really happy. So overall, I'm sorry. It's a good reading, even if there's like some sort of male figure in your life, male authority figure who's a Scorpio. Even if this guy isn't telling you exactly how he feels, this could even be you, and you might have something in Scorpio, and you keeping this success quiet. It could be you. But if this is a guy in your life that's kind of denying you something, denying you, is not congratulating you, and it's kind of behaving as if things are not really that important, I would say that he or she is doing it out of fear, and in whatever way this person is behaving, it doesn't negate your success, because your success throughout the month, and especially at the end of the month, is even going bigger. It's going to be bigger, okay? So don't worry, be happy. Now, the next option two, or if you have the moon in Aries, how is the month of July going to be for you? So, in the beginning of the month you have the 8 of Cups, in the middle of the month you have the 7 of Wands, and at the end of the month you have the Hierophant, which is a major arcana card. So in the beginning of the month, if you have the moon in Aries, or if you picked option 2, you might be leaving something behind. So maybe there's an old life that no longer agrees with you, Aries, and you're leaving this part of your life behind. It could be a relationship, it could be an old job, it could even be a career. There's something that no longer makes sense in your life, no longer makes sense to be present in your life because you have changed, and you're leaving it behind. And you're going to focus on the most important thing, because behind this woman there's 7 cups, and she's leaving all of this behind, and because she wants to focus on the most important thing, which is this one cup. So there's one important thing that really matters to you, which might imply that you will be forced more or less to leave other an old part of your life behind. Another way of reading this, no, this could be, like I said, a relationship, it could be a job, a career, whatever. But what if everything is okay in that area? Everything is fine with your job and your career. Everything is fine with your partnership, with your friends. It could be leaving behind old attitudes, old ways of thinking, old ways of behaving, old ways of seeing things, because you've changed. You change the way you think. You change the way you view things. So it could be leaving old perspectives behind. In the middle of the month, you have the Seven of Wands. In the middle of the month, you'll have to defend yourself and defend the choices you've made in the beginning of the month. If you left a relationship, people don't understand it. But you got along so well with this person. Why would you leave? It's like everyone thinks you're the jerk, but they don't know you, and they haven't walked. They have not walked on your shoes, on your moccasins. So they don't know you, and you feel this need. You feel like you're being attacked because of your choices in the beginning of the month. You're being attacked by everyone, and you have to defend yourself. And Aries is very good at defending themselves. So I don't think you'd have a problem with that. I think maybe you'd be surprised. You might be a bit surprised and shocked about how others are, kind of attacking you, because suddenly this relationship you've left and everyone doesn't understand it, or you've left a certain type of job, no one gets it, or you've left this career because you want to pursue another type of career that's more in tune with the person you are now and today, and no one gets it, and everyone's attacking you and you have to defend yourself, or everything is fine in terms of your material life, only you held a type of thinking, a type of thought in your head for a very long time, for most of your life, and suddenly, in the beginning of the month of July 2017, Aries, you understand that no longer makes sense to you. Let's say, I'm going to give this as an example only. You were an atheist for most of your life, and your friends, let's say, shared similar views, and maybe now, at the middle of the month, you're telling them, in the beginning of the month, that is no longer the way you think. That maybe now you're a believer, and people are attacking you. What do you mean? What you mean you are a believer? What the hell does that mean? And no one understands it, okay? And you feel that you're being attacked, and you have to defend yourself in this new perspective, this new viewpoint. What if you've always wanted to be a teacher, for instance, and you have a very wonderful, great, fantastic job, and you get paid a lot, but this job doesn't give you emotional fulfillment or spiritual fulfillment, gives you no type of fulfillment as a human being, and your secret wish was always to be a teacher. And maybe you decide in the beginning of the month, I'm going to leave the job that I have, and I'm becoming a teacher, and I'm going to earn half of what I used to earn, and no one gets it. No one understands it. What do you mean, I'm going to leave? You make, I don't know, I'm going to give a number, 200,000 pounds or euros or dollars a year, and going to give that up for a 50,000, again, I have no idea, job? What? No one understands it. It makes only sense to you, but not to anyone else. And then at the end of the month, you have Hierophant. The Hierophant, which is a major arcana card. This is why I use the example of teacher. Let's say that you've always wanted to be a teacher, and you've decided to left your career. At the end of the month, you are becoming a teacher, and the type of teacher you're going to be is, you might have something in Virgo, by the way. Why do I say this? Because in this card there's like the symbol of Virgo, even though traditionally the Hierophant is connected with Taurus, but in here there's two symbols. There's Sagittarius, which is connected with teaching and learning, and Virgo. Why are these symbols here and not Taurus? Because Taurus is traditionally connected with the major arcana card, the Hierophant. Well, they're here because in this deck, in the Spiral Tarot, the Hierophant, or the Pope, is connected with Chiron. Chiron, you see this, it's the symbol that's below his beard, and Chiron was a centaur, half man, half horse, and he was the teacher of gods. He was an astrologer, he was a medicine centaur, so he taught the gods, okay? So this further emphasizes like the meaning of teaching. Now, you might decide that what you really want to do is shape the minds of young people, and you want to be a teacher, you want to be a good teacher, and you're going to be a very good teacher. You're going to teach in a very wise manner, but at the same time in a very disciplined manner, with order, with strong, solid roots. The type of your teachings will be the base of this of your students' knowledge forever. Or if you're learning something, if you leaving something behind because you've always wanted to learn something which is extremely important for you. Let's say it's psychology. Let's say that Aries, that you're an accountant and you always wanted to take, always wanted to take psychology in college, but you could not. Now, you might be deciding to not necessarily leave your job behind, but leave part of your life behind because you need time to teach, to learn. You need time to go to college and learn. So you might not hang out with some of your friends. You might not hang as much time with your family because you need to either go to college or spend time at home studying, or go to the library and make the how do you say, not homework, papers, write papers. So whatever you're doing, it's something that might be connected with knowledge. It's something that's really important to you. It's the type of knowledge you always wanted to have. And that implies leaving part of your life behind, or old attitudes and old perspectives behind. Now, going on to the next option, which is the third option, or if you have the rising sign in Aries, how will the month of July be for you, July 2017? Well, in the beginning of the month, you have the Six of Wands. In the middle of the month, you have a major arcana card, the Temperance card. At the end of the month, you have the Eight of Wands. So in the beginning of the month, if you have the rising sign in Aries, or if you picked the third option, the beginning of the month, there's some sort of victory. There's some sort of success in your life. And I'm thinking more in a professional manner, Aries. So you've reached the pinnacle of something, and you are being or will be in the beginning of the month of July 2017 publicly acknowledged by your talent, for your skills. So you will be successful, you'll achieve some sort of victory, and everyone will praise you and say that you're just amazing and fabulous. Something good and positive. In the middle of the month, you have the Temperance card, which to me tells me that maybe in the beginning of the month things were hectic and you needed to put a lot of effort in order to achieve this success and victory. But in the middle of the month, finally you have time for yourself. You have time to relax. So it's a time where you should be more moderate in your life. You should be more balanced. You should relax. Don't push yourself, and just use this time to consider things, to think about things, to plan your next step, but mostly to relax. It's like if you relax, things will fall into place naturally. I would say that. Also, this card the Temperance card might signify that your guardian angel is looking out for you. You're being protected by your guardian angels, and you should just everything is okay, everything is going according to its own timing, and everything is fine. To me, it's like relax. Okay? It's an advice to me. Relax, relax. Don't push yourself, because you've pushed yourself a lot in the beginning of the month. Now it's the time for you to rest and recuperate energies, because you're gonna need these energies. Okay? You're gonna need them. Why? You need to be fresh, because at the end of the month you have the 8 of Wands, which means that it's like a lot of movement, a lot of action, a lot of messages. So you're gonna be people are going to want to talk to you, and there will be no moment of rest. So in the middle of the month, really take an opportunity to just relax, because at the end of the month you will not have time to relax. You'll have to be present at all sorts of levels in your life, in every area of your life. I would say professionally, because maybe you've won something, maybe you've achieved something in terms of your profession, of your career, and at the end of the month, all sorts of people are trying to reach you, are trying to contact you. Maybe they are giving you some sort of professional opportunities. There's some sort of offerings coming your way, and you'll have to there might be an opportunity, or more than one opportunity, that will come your way. So you need to be of fresh mind. You need to have fresh, your head needs to be fresh, so you can recognize what is the best opportunity. Or if they are all good, you need to be relaxed and fresh in order to take advantage of all these new opportunities. Whatever it happens, could be like, again, lots of messages. Also, it could mean that you'll need to travel by air in order to take full advantage of these new opportunities that will come your way. There's a lot of movement in your life, I would say, a lot of movement, and hopefully it will be good. Well, Aries, that's it. This is the reading that I have for you for July 2017. This is a very general reading. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye-bye.